A lot of the time I get people asking me, what is the dark side of living in Africa? That it cannot be just rainbow and sunshine. There must be a dark side. Here's the deal. The real dark side has not been living in Africa. The real dark side are all the lies I have been told about the continent that you may be believing. Let's talk about it. Before moving, I had questions about safety, so crime rate, education, healthcare, cost of living, valid questions, right? Because if you're making this type of move, you want to be educated. You want to have the information so that you can make your move having the right information. So like you, I was watching videos trying to get to the real deal so that I could prepare myself for not just the dream, but the realities on the continent, the quote unquote dark side. But let me be clear that the real dark side has been realizing that we've been lied to for years and years and perhaps since. We've been fed images of children with flies all over their mouth and big tummies. You know the videos I'm talking about and the pictures I'm talking about. We've been told that it is dangerous. We've been told that it's barbaric. We've been told that it's a third world country. We've been told a lot of stories about the continent. And if I'm being honest, after a while, even for those of us that were born on the continent, we start believing these stories, almost as if we didn't spend any time here, almost as if we don't have family members that are living and thriving on the continent. We start believing the narrative that we can only be successful if we live abroad. We start believing the narrative that our kids can only be well educated if they're educated abroad. We start believing the narrative that different means better. My biggest shock being on the continent wasn't any of the things I worried about. It was how many people already knew something about the continent that I had forgotten. There were a lot of people that did not look like you and I walking around the continent, owning houses, owning businesses, unbothered and not worried about the things that so many people are concerned about. Somehow they were able to be here, make lots of money from the continent without worrying about healthcare, without worrying about security, walking around freely. I was shocked. I was shocked when I went to Nigeria and the images and what I had been told about Nigeria was that I will be kidnapped at the airport. Like kidnapping is everywhere you go. And I was so surprised to get there and meet some of the nicest people ever and feel very safe. Now, are there bad places and bad people on the continent? Absolutely. Are there bad people and bad places outside of the continent? Absolutely. What I'm talking about here is not ignoring the realities, but it's putting it in perspective. The same way that one country is not one thing, the same way that you cannot say that you're going to get shot just because you're walking in New York, is the same way that you can't imagine and paint this picture that the continent of Africa is one thing. And here's what's at stake and why this is so important. Because if you believe the lies, you will never see the opportunity. If you believe that there's nothing on this continent, you will never see the opportunities that are right here in front of us. If you believe that your next million can only be made in the US, in Europe, in Asia, you will never look back at the continent. And while we look outside, there are people that are becoming millionaires and billionaires on this continent every single day. So the dark side of Africa is not Africa. The dark side of Africa are the stories that are being told about the continent. Whose responsibility is it, though, to change the narrative of the continent? It's not the responsibility of YouTubers. It's not the responsibilities of our government. It's the responsibility of every single one of us. You watching right now, thinking about relocating, it's your responsibility. You who was born on the continent, it is your responsibility. Every time we share our experience about the continent, good, bad, or indifferent, we are adding to the way that the world views our beautiful home. So if you're considering moving, don't let the media or the loudest voice discourage you. I've seen a lot of videos about 5 reasons why I decided to move out of Africa. That's cool. That's whatever. But I want you to understand the potential that's on the continent. I want you to understand that we are so much more than what is portrayed out there. So Be willing. If you want to relocate, be willing to experience the good, the bad, the in-between. Because the danger is not living in Africa. The danger is missing out on it. I want you to do your own research and not believe the hype and not believe the lies. And I want you to come and see the truth for yourself. And if you want my relocation checklist, simply drop a comment below saying checklist, and I'll be happy to send it to you. For more videos like this, make sure you like, comment, and turn on your notification so that you don't miss. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.